Welcome to Officially Fly podcast. I am your host, Josie Harris, original fly girl, legendary dancer, and esteemed acting coach. As a God-fearing Afro-Latina, boy mom, dog lover, and multi-hyphenate working in this crazy entertainment business, I often find myself searching for authenticity and community. Officially Fly is not just a podcast and a lifestyle brand. It's a movement. So I would love to invite you to embark on a spiritually enriching journey, uncovering heartwarming stories by extraordinary people. My mission is to inspire you to drop into your fly essence, because when you shine, we shine. Officially Fly, curating excellence from remarkable souls to exceptional treasures. So fly. It's official. Welcome to Officially Fly. Let me introduce you first, okay? So,
are you about to make me cringe?
I'm not going to make you cringe.
I hate the introduction.
I hate the introduction too. I promise. Especially when they read like the whole bio.
Yes.
Okay, it's like, please don't do that. Okay, but you've done some amazing things, Dee.
I've been pretty blessed.
You have been blessed, so I have to do it.
Okay, I'll listen.
Exactly.
I'll cringe inside.
Exactly. I'm not making it too cringy. So from the streets of Harlem all the way to the White House, legendary artist, DJ, and photographer Derek, also known as DNice. And if you don't know who this is, you better ask somebody, okay?
Yeah, and you don't stop. Yo, my name is DNice, although I hate to admit it. Taking out your suckers and you don't know how I did it.
DNice has moved millions on wax on stage and started a revolution when he went live on IG. Literally starting a whole virtual club called Club Quarantine.
We had Oprah in here. We had Gayle King in here. We have Michelle Obama in here. Ellen in here. And you know who we got in here? We got my brother, Michael Bivins, new edition. Let's take it back old school. Let's go. This is the biggest party in the world right now. We had 100,000 people in here.
He began rocking stages from his sold-out Club Quarantine Live at the Hollywood Bowl to the iconic Met Gala. He's moved the crowd at the 94th Academy Awards and on Dick Clark's New York's Rockin' Eve, which was so dope and fly. I remember when you got that, I was so like, oh my God, let's go. He's also headlined and co-produced historic presentations of Club Quarantine Live at the renowned Carnegie Hall, Opera House at the Kennedy Center, which he was invited back for a 3-night CQ residency. He's been at the Apollo Theater, the Cannes Lions Festival. He has an official partnership with Essence Festival, which I love. And he's joined the fight to end extreme poverty with 3 unique performances at the Global Citizen Festival. DNice prioritizes lending his time and talent to socio-political and charitable causes alike, and has consistently expanded his business ventures, including the recent launch of Cognac Company and most recently his collaboration with Avo Cigars.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm doing a lot.
You've done a lot.
I'm still doing a lot.
Okay, you're still doing a lot.
About being a blessing and receiving blessings.
I mean,
wow.
Goodness, Lord. You didn't want me to do all that, but
No.
That's everything that you did. And I think, I think it's important to say, because you've done so much for the DJ industry, I think.
Yeah. It's not that I didn't want you to read that or to remind people of what I've done. Sometimes like when you're just kind of living in it, you're not thinking about all of these things. Like
right.
When I see them all like compiled, I'm like, wow, like I really contribute a lot to the culture, and I'm still contributing even as a 53-year-old man. It's been this awesome journey, but it definitely had its ups and downs, and I have no regrets because I'll give you an example. Like the other day I was talking to my daughter and she asked me about like working when I was a kid, and I was like, wow, like I've actually never had a job. I've always worked for myself since BDP days.
I'm in DNice. DNice is in the booth, working harder than ever.
To have this life of this kind of freedom to do what you love is truly a blessing, and I try to use what I've done and what I continue to do as a way to inspire people to follow their dreams, good and bad. It's not going to be easy doing it that way, but like nothing in life is easy, when this is all said and done. I know that I had fun, one. Two, I contributed to the culture.
That's right.
Three, I feel like I made all of the drug dealers and the people in the streets in the Bronx that wouldn't allow me to participate in those things because they saw like something in me. They saw me being able to have a chance to get out of the hood. I hope I made those people proud, because a lot of them didn't have those options.
Right.
And I only had options because some of those older guys were like, no, shorty, you're not gonna do that. No, you need to focus on music. So I hope I make those people proud as well.
I'm
And
sure.
as well as the hip hop and DJ, communities.
Yeah, no, there's just no way that you could not have. And this is so apropos because, my podcast is about us uplifting each other. And it's very important that we, understand where we came from and where we're going as a community. And so I want the show to be the podcast that keeps giving. Okay. And one of the things I want to talk about is, who was your first person that helped you out, that you could contribute where you are today based on, had that person not looked out for me, I would not be here. Because I think it's so important that we go from the beginning and give kudos to those people.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's not one person that I can like say that looked out for me,
Exactly.
Like, when I think about like, family, my aunts and, they were, in the streets and making money and doing their thing. They actually looked out for me as well, what I mean? Like to make sure that we had a roof over our head, or whether it was my cousin Vanessa who, truly inspired me. But when I look back, she was like a 20-year-old kid raising her cousin. I wasn't her son or a nephew. I was living with her. She was also taking care of her grandmother, which is my great grandmother, and she had a 1-year-old son. So when you think about like true heroes, it sometimes those heroes start at home, and that's a prime example of it. Of one. In terms of music, look, I'm nowhere without KRS-One and Scholar Rock. DJ Scholar Rock was the one that brought me into the music industry. He saw something in me and taught me how to DJ. I was 15 years old, so this life and this journey that I've been on would not have been possible about those moments. Fast forward now, you think about CQ, to still be able to play music for people like during the dark time. None of that's possible without the people at Facebook, Instagram that, listen, they made sure that I was okay to play music. Let's be very clear. I wasn't getting cut off, wasn't doing any of that because everyone knew that what I was doing was really about people and it was about community. So when I look back, I can't say one person.
Okay.
I have a lifetime of being kind to people, and all of those people made sure that I was okay on this journey.
So let's talk about Skylar Rock.
I can never forget that. My cousin was a social worker. My cousin was a security guard at the men's shelter where KRS-One lived, and Scott LaRock worked there as a social worker. And I just went to see my cousin, and then he introduced me to Scott. So I kind of like walked into this beautiful life of music.
Divine.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Divine timing that God said. And right now,
yes,
them two will be.
That's why I always look at, the things that have happened in my life. I don't really take ownership of it. Like I just feel like it belongs to everyone that contributed, everyone that helps. And the moment that you allow ego to get in the way, you feel like it's all you, you lose everything.
Yeah.
Me, I don't have anything to lose because I know that everything that I've done, I've always shown grace. And I'm always thankful to the people that looked out for me. I'm always thankful to the people that listen. My whole career has been based on doing something that people had to listen to. You had to like it in order to want to play it.
Right.
You had to have loved the music that I spin at these parties, whether it's at the White House or whether it's Super Bowl or whether it's online. Like people can swipe left and go somewhere else,
That's right.
and they tend to stay with me. And it's because I, show gratitude, and
That's
I will
right.
always be that way.
That's right. I love it so much. I love this story. It's so inspirational.
Yeah.
You honestly just keep on giving. And I mean that. I mean, you could have stopped CQ a long time ago, but you continue to jump on and we continue to hang out. We're really a family. I've met such incredible people because of you. You really revolutionized how we interact on IG. I mean, in a huge way, having full-on conversations. And, I really believe we're just, spirit beings. So energy is so important. And your energy was good. So we're attracted to that energy. And you've attracted all these people from all over the world. It's really inspirational. It doesn't get old for me. So I can't imagine that it gets old for you.
Well, I still go online every now and then, even though it's been like a month and a half now since I played the set online. I still go online, not necessarily just for people. Like that's part of it. The other part of it for me is you can get so jaded with like all of the gigs, and I won't play. If someone will hire me, I don't spend for more than 90 minutes. Yet I'll play that 90 minutes and then I'll go home and I'll play a set online for 5 hours because it's about the love of music, and it's not business. No one's paying me anything. It's just different. And I enjoy it for that reason. And then I also it's the one time where I just get to be able to like see so many familiar screen names. I know there are people behind those screens, but the reality is I'm looking at screen names, and like I get to see so many of them. And
but it's not just a screen name, because we're also talking with you. We're chatting, right?
Well, I don't see it most times. Remember, I'm playing music, and the way the algorithm worked, because they had to change the algorithms, the algorithm based on what was happening early on with CQ. So I don't see everyone's conversation because I don't know how that works, but I don't know. But most times I don't see. Sometimes I'll look up and then I'll read it, and then it's it's funny.
You see it sometimes.
But for the most part, it is. I know that there are people on the other end of those screen names, and I know that that's real. But from me DJing and looking, it's just screen names.
Oh
and
my
it's
God, that's crazy.
Until I get to read a comment, and then I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Oh, hey, what up, Josie? What's up, John? Like, then that's cool to me, and it's kind of a cool way to be able to still say hello to people. And then when you think about it, there are a lot of people who never fully recovered from the pandemic. And this is not about just a job. There are people who truly had mental issues.
No, we've lost even people.
A lot of people. And there are people who can't find work. There are people in your industry, in the acting industry, that there's just not a lot of jobs out there. People are just getting back, and sometimes the music is their escape. Hey, the music and then the community. To still feel loved.
I mean, just so necessary, just such a wonderful thing how people are reaching out to you and seeing that your voice and your presence and CQ matters.
CQ's name. Hold on, I gotta start IG Live for 1 minute so we can say hello.
This has been a beautiful thing, just getting here, just connecting with you. The fact that you were like, let's go, let's do it, was everything to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
We gotta support each other, and you've been supporting me in many ways throughout the decades.
Way before CQ, right?
So it's kind of nice to be here to have this conversation.
I love that. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
And the things you did, that makes me love you. Now I know it is.